Sight for White newsletter, February 2022. Your local sight loss charity. Spotlight on Charles. Meet trustee Christina and volunteer Steve. Local fundraising and members forum. Charity number 1149415. Company number 6240404. Photograph shows volunteer Steve with his dog.
Hello everyone, this is Sue Bungay here reading my report for the newsletter. In this issue of the newsletter we will be looking at travel and how we can offer support, the ways to use available transport around the island and also accessing the mainland with discounted travel. Hopefully with the easing of COVID restrictions and the thought of improving weather, this will encourage us all to be able to plan some days out. We are also able to offer help with applying for a blue badge. Please do contact us if you would find that helpful. Sight for White have also reinstated the local fundraising group and the members forum, and we would like as many members as possible to join in and support these groups. We have restarted many of our usual activities, and any that have had to be delayed will hopefully soon be on offer. The postponed Mix and Mingle Christmas lunch was held in February, and it was a great success and much appreciated by all those who attended. I believe that Father Christmas also interrupted his holiday to be there. To all our wonderful knitters, thank you for supporting so many projects over the past year, and I know that many of you will be already knitting Easter chicks. And what a fantastic achievement that was last year. My thanks, as always, to our marvellous volunteers, our dedicated staff who are always there to be so supportive and helpful, and the trustees who donate so much of their time. Thank you.
CEO Update read by Lisa. Welcome to our February 2022 newsletter. With the latest government announcement that finally all COVID measures can be removed from the 1st of March 2022, I have to profess to breathing a huge sigh of relief. Negotiating the constantly changing advice, trying to balance members, volunteers and staff physical health with the obvious negative effect the whole pandemic has had and still is having on all of our mental health has certainly been a very challenging time. Everything that we have all endured for the last 2 years has taken its toll on every single one of us, even if we think we are unaffected. Detailed in both the picture and the image description in the Meadenhall College Top 10 Tips to Mental Good Health. Each one in themselves sounds so simple, and they are, but pulled together, they really are excellent tips to working towards restoring our own level of calm and peace with ourselves. So pick up the phone, pop round to a friend, take a stroll, add healthy snacks to your diet, set yourself a bedtime, and remember you are special, unique, and you're a genuinely nice person. Image description. Top 10 tips to good mental health. 1. Talk to someone. 2. Spend time with supportive friends. 3. Get enough sleep. 4. Ask for help. 5. Keep yourself active. 6. Think positive. 7. Spend time outside. 8. Eat well, drink well. 9. Limit your screen time. And 10. Believe in yourself. We are delighted to announce the reopening of our Members Forum and our local fundraising groups from March 2022. The Members Forum group, headed by the CEO, myself, is intended to include a good range of people, for example, guide dog users, long cane users, partially sighted members, a broad age range, people living with lifelong conditions and newly diagnosed people. The aim of the group is to represent the interests of all users of Sight for White services, to seek feedback on the range and quality of services being provided, and to put forward suggestions for improvement, to discuss and evaluate new ideas on service improvements, offer ideas on how to engage with the wider VI community, and bring issues of concern or potential risk to the attention of the CEO. The board times are yet to be set, as I would like people to come forward to join the group, and then we can find a mutually convenient time to meet. We aim to hold between 4 and 7 meetings a year. Please do come forward if you would like to join. The Local Fundraising Committee. The board was formed to generate funds and raise awareness of the charity through a presence at traditional local shows, events and one-off fundraising events. The board consists of one trustee, John Moore, the volunteers manager, Susan Earley, and other local supporters from our membership, local businesses and other supporting organisations. The board decides which shows we should attend, how the stalls should be set up, what items should be sold, what charity information should be taken, and keeps track of stocks, costs and income for each show. Further, the board decides what other local fundraising we should do. For example, we are currently running our Knitters campaign, with volunteers making knitted chicks ready for Easter, which we will fill with cream eggs and sell locally. The board also provides ideas to individuals who wish to raise money for the charity with fundraising ideas, the administration of sponsorship, gift aid and the promotion of these people's ideas. Finally, the board is asked to give ideas on the promotion of the charity to raise awareness of what we do and how we can help. Please do come forward if you would like to join this board. Thank you. Lisa, CEO.
Members' activities. Weekly. Monday, swimming at Medina Leisure Centre, Newport. Term time only, between 1:30pm and 2:30pm. The cost is £5 and £2.50 transport.
Wednesday. Coffee and chat at Millbrook House between 10am and 11:30am. All are welcome to join us for coffee and cake. The cost is £1 and the group is open to all, not just members.
Thursday, mix and mingle at Millbrook House between 10:30am and 2pm. Planned activities including crafts, quizzes and entertainment. The cost to join is £3 plus £2.50 for transport if required.
Monthly. First Tuesday of the month. God's Hill Coffee Morning at the Old Smithy, God's Hill, between 10:30am to 12pm. Everyone welcome.
Second Tuesday of the month, Our Place Community Cafe at West White Sports and Community Centre, Mower Place, Freshwater. Our volunteer John will be there with any help or advice. It is open between 10:30am and 12:30pm.
Second Tuesday of the month. Lunch Club is open to all and is held at various locations across the Isle of Wight.
Last Friday of the month. Striders are for members who enjoy walking. The route is normally around 5 miles, held at various locations across the island and finishing with a pub lunch.
Last Sunday of the month. Golf at Westridge Golf Centre Ride. Members enjoy 45 minutes on the driving range with an instructor available to help the complete novice to those playing regularly.
Exciting news! New groups and activities.
Horse riding at the Island Riding Centre, Staplers Road, Newport, PO30 2NB. Monday the 21st of March at 10:30am to 11:30am. Half-hour riding and half-hour grooming and meeting the horses. Only £15.
Fishing. We are very fortunate to have some willing volunteers to take a limited number of members fishing. Hopefully this will be in April, but details will follow shortly.
Rowing in Yarmouth on a gig manned by 4 rowers and a cox, 1 oar each. Often rowing from the bridge up to the bridge at the start of Afton Marsh, really sheltered.
10-pin bowling at Ryde Super Bowl on the 4th Wednesday of the month between 2pm and 3pm. The cost is £4 for one game. We have volunteers to help with the scoring and general assistance with the bowling, which is great news.
Millbrook Milers. Monthly social walk for members who are unable to join Striders but still love to walk. This new group will be for anyone who can walk at least 1 mile and will meet between April and October on the second Friday of the month at 10:30 a.m.
Indoor short mat bowling at the Isle of Wight Indoor Bowls Club Ryde, offering a taster session to members and volunteers. Time and date to be confirmed.
Save the date to watch The Lion King at the Mayflower, Southampton on the 20th of September to include a touch tour. More details to follow. This is an evening performance.
Tips from members. I bought a talking colour detector, which is a handheld device that can help me identify colours around me. I switch it on, then point it to an object I want to know the colour of, and it will speak and let me know the colour. This helps me know what colour clothes I am wearing every day. Cannot believe I did not know this existed. Sandra from Ryde. I struggle to see the numbers on my landline phone, which makes it difficult to type the numbers in to call my friends. I got a large button phone where the numbers are much bigger, which is better for me to see. Ron from Yeverland. I have bought a side tray that attaches to the side of my chopping board. When I have finished chopping up the carrots, I can slide the food into the side tray, and then the side tray can be detached from the board to put into my bowl. This makes cooking a lot easier for me. Andrea from Freshwater.
Hello everyone, I'm Steve and I've been volunteering with Sight for Wight as a reader and as a recorder with the Talking News since 2016. I'm originally from Glasgow in Scotland. I moved to the island in 2007 after a short spell living in Lymington and working at the BBC office in Southampton. As Talking News listeners will be only too aware, even after 15 years down here, I still haven't quite got the hang of the Isle of Wight accent, with my Glasgow twang still very much in evidence. I live in Cowes with my partner Claire and our dog Ollie, who's a Segugio Italiano. In a previous life he was a hunting dog in Cyprus, before we adopted him via a rescue charity just over a year ago. He's settled in pretty well, although he won't put his nose over the door if there's a drop of rain in the air, so he clearly still has some acclimatising to do. My day job is in a related field to my efforts for the Talking News. I work in what is known as access services, rendering television accessible to people with hearing impairments via subtitles and vision impairments via audio description. The company I work for, Red Bee Media, produces audio description for most British terrestrial TV channels, which may have helped you to enjoy your favourite TV programmes by describing what is portrayed on screen in the spaces in between the dialogue. The part of my job that I enjoy most is live subtitling. That is, producing subtitles for things which are unfolding in real time. News bulletins, live sports commentaries, and the BBC Parliament channel and news channel. We do this using voice recognition software and a technique called re-speaking. This involves listening to the dialogue of a TV broadcast, repeating it into a microphone, inserting punctuation, as you might have done when dictating a letter to your secretary, whilst editing out any faltering, stuttering or repetition. We also have to watch for any bloopers that the voice recognition software gets wrong and issue a correction if there's time to do so. This creates a stream of text that other software turns into the subtitles you see on your TV. So please, spare a thought for your hard-pressed subtitler if the subtitles are slightly delayed. There's a lot going on to get them on the screen at any given moment. Subtitles for pre-recorded shows like EastEnders are prepared in advance, which is why they are more accurate and do not suffer from delays. When I'm not busy doing all of that, I'm at my happiest walking the dog or racking up the miles between pub and cafe stops on our beautiful island on my bike. As well as numerous cycling holidays over the years, I've also done a couple of long charity bike rides from my native Scotland. One which took me back home to the Isle of Wight, and another which saw me roll on as far as Lisbon.
Moorfield's new app, read by Lisa. Working with UCL, University College London, and Loft Digital, Moorfield Eye Hospital have released a new app which aims to allow patients access to all their records, share them, and engage with people with similar eye conditions. It will allow patients to access their own eye history from every source in an accessible and informative way. It provides the chance to ask questions to multiple sources and provides a platform for answers in a safe and compliant manner. It further provides all data at all levels of treatment centre, giving knowledge to all levels of eye care. Finally, it provides pooled data on patients who have consented for research purposes, especially for rare conditions. Whilst it is in its early stages, currently with some hospitals not offering electronic history yet, meaning some data will need to be uploaded by the patient, the future is moving towards electronic sharing, and therefore this platform provides a unique starting point. Thank you, Lisa.
Update from Abby. You will find me in and around Millbrook House Monday to Friday, supporting Lisa with quality and management, but equally importantly as the person seeking out member feedback. I am here to make sure we both hear from you and listen to you. With the government's announcement that all restrictions will be lifted at the end of February, we are delighted to be able to restart our Members Forum group. We are remaining flexible when we meet, as we want to ensure those who want to join are able to. We meet 4 to 6 times a year as a group to offer any members the chance to shape the services, activities and support offered by Sight for White. To join, please call 5222 05 or email 2020vision@iwsb.org.uk.
Volunteers update. With so many activities started and new ones planned, I wanted to thank the volunteers who have already come forward to help and indeed welcome our 5 new volunteers to the team. Without our volunteers, we would not be able to hold these activities for our members, and I would like to thank you all for your time and commitment. We are still actively looking for car drivers, so please remember, if you can give an hour a week, a fortnight or even a month, I would love to hear from you. Susan.
Member Spotlight, Charles Axford. Born in an air raid shelter a year after the Blitz in North London, it must have been a target area judging by the number of bombed out houses around my streets. We were never hit and life somehow went on. From the age of about 10, I was plagued with headaches which lost me a couple of years of schooling. Various doctors followed and I was sent for convalescence in Ventnor, returning 18 months later, a different lad, able to stand on my feet at last and face the world with some confidence. At 15, I started work but learned to hate the noise and dirt of local light industry work, so moved on to an apprentice toolmaker. My day release, however, was envied as a day off by others, so I learned very little. My main interest has always and remains in music, and I managed to get a job as an export clerk, shipping music publication throughout the world. What a fascinating job that turned out to be. I eventually was offered a job for an offshoot of the American publishers Charles Hanson, and I worked my way to travelling to the Leipzig Fair in 1966, the year we beat Germany in the World Cup. However, the Americans had big visions of expanding into Europe and sent some of their big guns to show us how to do it US style. However, this proved to be disastrous and they were generally not welcomed by our valued customers. I got fed up with this, and one day I saw a post office van with an advert on the side. You'd be better off as a postman. I took this literally and joined them and had my first walk down Bond Street. Offered to return to Hanson Publications, which I did. However, time went on and it became increasingly insecure, and with a growing family, I needed more security, so retrained and joined the Cabinet Office and worked my way up to joining the Whip's office in the House of Commons. This was the time of the miners' strike. It was an electrifying experience to see these people who one only usually sees on TV. During all these years, I was working with just one working eye, the other, a lazy eye, with no improvements, despite 32 years with Moorfields. I was lucky in as much as my life experiences had not been affected, but the day came after an eye test that my field of vision was discovered to be lacking, and I was diagnosed as having AMD, age-related macular degeneration, the dry version which is not effectively treated at the present time, although much experimentation is progressing with stem cell research. I had to relinquish my organist duties about 10 years ago, as I now can't read the music. But the good news is that I have found tremendous support with my many friends, staff and volunteers at Sight for White. I am blessed with the wonderful Striders, accompanied walks, once a month, and the warm and humorous coffee mornings we have on Wednesdays. Meeting people with similar needs and experiences, one is able to collect much advice and funny stories around the table. Finally, the ear of some people from St Mary's and vision technicians for advice and education throughout the year. There are many other social activities available to you through Sight for White, so please come and join us for a good laugh and learning experience. Thank you.
Befriending newsletter article for February-March 2022. As you read this, I will hopefully be sunning myself on a beautiful beach in Mexico. My holiday has been planned and booked for 2 years and has changed dates 3 times due to COVID-19, so I am beyond excited that it's actually going to happen. We are looking forward to an all-inclusive luxury holiday, 2 weeks of gourmet food in a choice of 10 restaurants, white sand, blue sea, snorkeling, swimming, and generally totally relaxing. We all need time to recharge our batteries, so don't let your sight loss prevent you from taking and enjoying a holiday. You may not want to do long haul like I am doing, but there are lots of different types of holidays to choose from and a number of services and organisations who can help find the right holiday for you. RNIB have lots of information to help you, and ABDA travel agents can give you lots of information on holidays that are specialist and accessible. A number of hotels cater specifically for blind and partially sighted people. A specialist hotel has staff specifically trained to offer support such as colour contrasting services, talking lifts, tactile signs, talking menus, and useful products such as liquid level indicators and talking alarm clocks. Other hotels and guest houses should make reasonable adjustments to accommodate you and be willing to offer auxiliary aids to make your stay more comfortable. For example, if you can't read the menu, they could enlarge it or read it out to you. Everybody needs a holiday from time to time, a change of air, a different environment, and a chance to meet new people, or simply taking time for yourself can really lift your spirits. Thank you. Elaine Bricknell, Befriending Manager.
Member Support Update. I am now very settled into Sight for White, offering help on a one-to-one basis to anyone who needs it. Examples of things that I have helped with are blue badge applications, including ones where additional evidence has been needed, finding a reliable cleaner and tradesman, applying for companion cards for bus passes, installing Alexa devices which we offer on long-term loan to anyone who needs them, including an out-of-the-box internet connection, finding a removal company, providing door-to-door transport for Sight for White, walking routes to gain confidence, being a telephone befriender as part of Elaine's befriending scheme, and researching new internet provider to get a better, more reliable internet connection. So please, if you need any help on a one-to-one basis, please do not hesitate to call the office and I will do all that I can to find you the right help. Karen.
Education update. The education programme has some upcoming dates booked in for March and April. Benbridge Primary have booked for their whole school to be a part of the programme. Also, Summerfield Primary wants us to return to their school to deliver a session to their new Year 4 class. Dates are also being booked with Bryston Primary and Ryde with Upper Chine Primary for their whole school, and a session is being booked with Shelfleet Primary with their Year 5 class. Thank you to volunteers who continue to support me with coming to the schools to help deliver the programme. I really appreciate the time you give to help me. If there are any volunteers who are interested in the education programme and would like to volunteer, please feel free to call the office to have a chat with me to find out more. I am more than happy to work around you and the time you're able to give. Please remember our Hats and Sunglasses Day being promoted in schools to help share the importance of wearing hats and sunglasses to help protect your eyes from the harmful UV rays. The Hats and Sunglasses Day is on Tuesday the 21st of June. I am pleased to say the number of schools joining in is increasing, and Lisa, our CEO, is determined to unite the whole Isle of Wight in this, so please spread the word. Jasmine Edwards. Hats and Sunglasses Day poster by Sight for Wight on Tuesday 21st of June 2022. 48% of sight loss is avoidable. Here at Sight for Wight, we want to protect our Isle of Wight children and reduce the risk. We can keep our eyes healthy from UV rays by wearing sunglasses and hats when outside in the sunshine. £1 donation. If parents/carers are happy to tag us in on your Facebook photos, we'd love to see everyone who is taking part in this day. All proceeds will go straight to Sight for Wight, the Isle of Wight charity that supports people and their families who are affected by sight loss.
Hello, my name is Christina Conroy and I am one of the trustees. Being involved in Sight for Wight as a trustee, walker and vice chair means so much to me, and I'm so proud of how the charity is progressing as we go forward. I joined Sight for Wight over 3 years ago as a volunteer sighted guide in the Striders group. The group meets monthly and organises longer walks for members of around 5 miles and ends with a pub lunch. I was really impressed by the services offered to visually impaired members and wanted to get more involved with the long-term strategy of the charity and was invited to become a trustee. My motivation to get involved was seeing the challenge that my mother faced with macular degeneration. She had been a community midwife, and when she retired, she looked forward to an active retirement, but the degeneration of her sight and the loss of mobility impacted on her independence. She was very fortunate to be cared for in the National Home for Nurses in Bournemouth, enjoying being part of a professional community that supported her actively in engaging in activities. My background is in education. I trained in social science research and started teaching in evening classes in further education when my 3 children were small. I was very nervous and can remember one of my first teaching sessions, which was GCE A-level psychology. One of the students asked me, "What is the difference between psychotic and neurotic?" My mind went blank, and all I could think to say was, "From where I'm standing, not a lot." Fortunately, my teaching career improved after that, and I became a full-time college manager in colleges in Essex, Hertfordshire and London. My last job was as college principal in one of the largest adult education colleges in the country, Richmond Adult Community College. I was responsible for 600 staff and 14,000 students, mainly part-time adults studying alongside work and home commitments. I was so proud when we were awarded an outstanding rating by Ofsted. After 12 years, I took early retirement and started my own online teaching company, training educators on how to use new technologies. After 7 years and lots of interesting national projects, I sold up and now focus on my family, hobbies and activities on the Isle of Wight. My husband Colin and I moved here in 2014 and we just love the island. We love walking, gardening, kayaking and swimming. In 2009, my sister and I undertook the Three Peaks Challenge, and in 2021 we completed the set by walking up Slieve Donard, the highest peak in Northern Ireland. I have 3 lovely grown-up children and 4 grandsons who regularly visit us during the summer holidays. My next challenge is to swim the Solent in 2022.
Dressing your hourglass body shape. The hourglass body is seen as the most feminine out of all the body shapes, and it's the most in proportion, with the shoulders and hips at the same width, and usually a waist that has a gentle curve in the middle. Characteristics of an hourglass figure are slightly rounded shoulders, bust and hips are the same width, small and defined waist, bottoms and hips are rounded, bigger thighs. Your aim when dressing your hourglass-shaped body. The aim of dressing you for your body shape is to follow its natural silhouette by proportionally dressing the top and bottom of the body while accentuating the waist. You need to make sure that you don't unbalance your body by making either top or bottom heavy. Which garments are good for the hourglass-shaped body? When choosing jeans or trousers, boot cut and flared styles will look great as they will complement your curves. High-waist trousers and jeans are best as they show off your waist. A pencil skirt is a good shape as it will go in and out with your curves. Necklines. Necklines must not unbalance the natural silhouette of the hourglass body by either visually widening the shoulder line or adding unnecessarily volume to it. Example, embellishments. Slightly rounded styles are great, such as oval, deep oval, rounded or dual necklines, because they are not extremely wide or narrow. They don't draw any attention to them. Lower and wider necklines, such as a scoop or a sweetheart neckline, will show off your bust. V-necks are also good as they draw the eye towards a defined midsection. Best dresses? Dresses for the hourglass body shape should draw the focus to the waist without adding extra volume to the bust. Nipped and belted dresses are excellent. Wrap dresses are great too as they create a nice silhouette, accentuate the waist and tailor your midriff without making it look boxy. You should opt for voluminous skirts on dresses such as a full circle or a tulip skirt as they make the waist appear even smaller, but make sure they are a simple style. The hemline should be no shorter than knee length. Avoid dresses with straight lines or boxy cuts since they cover your curves and make you appear heavy, and steer clear of embellishments or pockets in either of the hip or shoulder area. Accessories. If you have an hourglass figure, you have a defined waist. Embrace it. Wear a belt that shows off your waist and emphasises your curves, giving definition to your shape. It doesn't need to be a statement belt, it can just blend in with your outfit. Coats and jackets. Jackets and coats should be form-fitted and tailored to follow the hourglass body shape natural silhouette. Styles that achieve these are trench coats, long coachman coats and also A-line coats. To keep the silhouette uncluttered, keep coats and jackets simple without too many details or embellishments which can make you look unbalanced. If you opt for a coat with embellishments around the bust, make sure you earn the same amount of volume around the hips. Jackets should follow the natural body line and draw in towards the waist. Form-fitting and belted jackets are great. Single-breasted jackets are best since they don't add extra bulk as double-breasted jackets do. Next time I'll be sharing ideas for the straight body shape. At Dress for Less we are now taking in spring items, a great time to revamp your wardrobe. We hope that you will come in and see us. Take care, Debbie.
Travelling. This article is all about how to get around the island when you are living with sight loss, and how to get on and off it too. Blue Badge Basics. A blue badge entitles you to free parking in accessible locations, such as close to shops, but could also mean you get discounted travel on and off the Isle of Wight. Let's first look at how to get a blue badge. Eligibility. You are automatically eligible to apply for a blue badge without further assessment if you get the higher rate mobility component of DLA, get PIP, Personal Independence Payment, and scored 8 points or more in the moving around area of your assessment. Get War Pensioners Mobility Supplement. Received a lump sum payment as part of the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme, Tariff 1 to 8, and have been certified as having a permanent and substantial disability. If you are partially sighted and do not receive any of the above benefits, but have another long-term medical condition affecting mobility, you may also be eligible for a blue badge. You will need to fill in an extra part of the application to show why you need one. A blue badge costs £10 on the Isle of Wight and lasts 3 years. Our Member Support Officer, Karen, is on hand to provide help to complete applications for blue badges. Please do contact us here at Sight for Wight for support with this. As a blue badge holder, I am happy to say you do not have to pay the London congestion charge, and there are several schemes up and down the country which allow you to apply for toll and crossing charge exemptions. However, these would need to be arranged well in advance, as each asks for different documents in which to provide proof of eligibility. Southern Vectis, Island Line Railway. If you are registrable as severely sight impaired or partially sighted, you can apply for an English National Concessionary Bus Pass, ENCB, issued on the grounds of a disability. It allows free travel at any time on any day of the week for the Island Line Railway and local public bus services. The ENCB pass lasts for 4 years and is free to apply for. You can contact us or the sensory team to help you apply. Further, if you need a companion to travel with you, you can apply for a companion card by calling the Isle of Wight Concessionary Fare Helpline on 823 780. Or again, we can help with this. These cards are valid for the period of your bus pass. Your ENCB can be used anywhere in England in off-peak time, that is after 9:30 a.m, and it is recognised by other organisations as proof of your disability, including Whitelink, and can also be used in most occasions as proof of identity, like a driving licence. The Southern Vectis website is equipped with Recite Me technology to help VI people navigate the bus timetable. Click Recite Me at the bottom of any web page to find out more. Many of the buses are fitted with next stop announcement technology, helping you keep track of where you are on your journey. But if not, the drivers are trained to offer assistance on when to exit the bus. You just need to ask. All buses are low floor and easy access. Helping Hand Scheme. The Helping Hand card holds a brief written instruction for staff to be shown upon boarding a bus, boat or getting in a taxi. The driver is made aware of the customer's needs or requirements, without the customer having to say them every time. The card is free and can be requested by calling 01273 886 200. When calling, they can help you with designing your own card. Both Southern Vectis and Whitelink promote the use of these cards as part of working with individuals to provide individualised support. Hover Travel. You can make all bookings by calling free on most landlines 0345 222 0461. Hover Travel offers, as standard, the following for anyone who needs a little extra help, including a ramp for boarding, priority boarding upon request, and large print timetables are available. All Hovercare staff have received guide dog awareness training. Try before you fly with Hover Travel. Hover Travel are welcoming members to their Try Before You Fly events. These events allow you to try out the service for free, decide if this would be a convenient and comfortable way for you to travel, and give feedback to staff on how they can improve their service to become more accessible. The next event is the 5th of May from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m, sailing from Ryde, and from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. sailing from Southsea. There is also an event planned for the 8th of October. To book yourself a place, you can register online at hovertravel.co.uk/T, B, F/, or if you need help, please do call us here at Sight for Wight. All visitors will be issued with a Hovercare card and entered into a draw to win free tickets. The Hovercare card is available for use, so customers can receive any extra assistance they may need without even having to ask. It lets staff know about any special requirements you may have for the journey. To apply, take any ID and your NHS number to the terminal. The Hovercare card can show that the holder has reduced mobility, autism, dementia, reduced vision or impaired hearing, that the holder requires help with luggage, they are a lip reader, whether they need help to be seated, if they would like help boarding the hovercraft. Red Funnel. If you want to travel on the Red Funnel car ferry or Red Jet catamaran and need a little extra help, they advise calling at least 48 hours before travel on 02380 019 192. If you need help at the terminals on the day, just ask staff. On the Red Jet catamaran, you can have a companion travel with you free of charge, but you cannot book a ticket in advance. It is strictly a turn-up and go service. Whitelink. Again, if you need a little extra help, phone 48 hours prior to sailing by calling 0800 093 8236. If you have a blue badge, ENCB card, or disabled persons rail card, you can benefit from money off your ferry crossing with us. This discount can only be given at the time of booking. Blue badge holders can get 25% off foot passenger prices, 20% off standard vehicle tickets, 15% off economy vehicle tickets. ENCB card and disabled persons rail card holders can get 25% off foot passenger prices. Finally, Whitelink usually charge a premium to book by telephone rather than online, but they will waive this fee if you confirm at the time of booking that you are using the telephone service because you are visually impaired. Abby Froud.
Welcome to Terry's 20 teasers for February 2022. It's all the 20s here. The first 5 questions are: where am I? Where in the world am I? Number 1, I'm standing on Capitol Hill. Where am I? Number 2, I'm walking across the longest suspension bridge in England. Where am I? Number 3, I'm sitting in the Grand Ole Opry. Where am I? Number 4, I'm swimming in and around a famous coral reef off the east coast of Australia. Where am I? Number 5, I'm having coffee in the town where William Shakespeare lived. Where am I? Okay, the next 5 questions are to do with the island in some way or other. Number 6, which king was held captive in Carisbrooke Castle? Number 7, in which village can you see just one platform of the old railway? Number 8. Where is Darts Lane? D-A-R-T-S. Darts Lane. Number 9. When did the railway line between Shanklin and Ventnor close? Number 10. Where does the ceremony of well-dressing take place? Okay, the next 5 questions are involved in some way or other with music. Number 11. Who first sang about a girl who was only 16? Number 12. In which section of an orchestra will you find a flute player? Number 13. How old is Ed Sheeran? Number 14. When did the Beatles disband? Number 15. Who wrote The Maple Leaf Rag? And the last 5 questions are odds and ends. Number 16. Approximately how many millimetres are there in an inch? Number 17. Bit of maths coming up. If one tap takes 15 minutes to fill one bath, how long will it take 3 taps to fill 6 baths? Shall I repeat that one? If one tap takes 15 minutes to fill one bath, how long will it take 3 taps to fill 6 baths? Number 18, another vaguely mathematical one. There's a series of numbers: 3, 6, 12, 21, 33, and what comes next? And what comes next? So I've asked you for 2 numbers that follow those. They were 3, 6, 12, 21, 33, and then what, and then what? Number 19. 2 American states have 3 lots of double letters in their names. Which states are they? And number 20. What do cows drink? Right, see how you got on with those. And now the answers to Terry's 20 teasers for February. Where in the world am I? Capitol Hill is in Washington, D.C. in America. The longest suspension bridge in England, number 2, is the Humber Bridge. Used to be the longest one in the world, but I believe it's no longer so. Number 3, Grand Ole Opry is in Nashville, Tennessee. Number 4, the reef I'm swimming around on the east coast of Australia is the Great Barrier Reef. And number 5, having coffee in Shakespeare's town, Stratford upon Avon in Warwickshire. That bit doesn't matter, but it is Warwickshire. The island. Number 6, the king held captive at Carisbrooke Castle was Charles I. And where can you see just one platform of the old railway? Merston. Number 8, Darts Lane is in Bembridge. Number 9, the railway line between Shanklin and Ventnor closed in 1966. It was actually April. It was Dr. Beeching's doing, as so many closures were. And number 10, the well dressing takes place at Whitwell. Now, 5 music questions. The person who first sang about a girl who was only 16 was our own Craig Douglas. Lots of other people did record it, but his was the first recording. Number 12, a flute player is in the woodwind section of an orchestra, even though they're often made of metal, but they are still classed as a woodwind instrument. Ed Sheeran is 31. His birthday was actually on the 17th of February. When did the Beatles disband? 1970. And number 15, The Maple Leaf Rag, was written by Scott Joplin. And the last 5 questions, odds and ends. There are approximately 25 millimetres in an inch. If you had 26, that's fair enough, because it's somewhere between the two. I think it's 25.4, but don't quote me on that. If one tap takes 15 minutes to fill 1 bath, 3 taps would fill 3 baths in 15 minutes. So filling 6 baths would take twice as long. The answer is 30 minutes. Now that series 3, 6, 12, 21 and 23, the next 2 numbers are 48 and 66. The reason is each interval between them is 3 greater than the one before. And the 2 American states that have got 3 lots of double letters in their names are Mississippi and one we had earlier on actually, Tennessee. Mississippi and Tennessee. And the last one, I'm sure most of you got it right, but I've been known to get this wrong in the past. What do cows drink? Water. They give us milk, but they drink water. How did you get on?
Contact us. Site for White 01983 522205. Email enquiries@iwsb.org.uk. Address Millbrook House, 137 Carisbrooke Road, Newport, Isle of Wight, PO30 1DD. Website siteforwhite.org.uk. We are also on Facebook and Instagram as Site for White. Dress for Less. Telephone 01983 523 197. Email retail@iwsb.org.uk. Address 114 St James Street, Newport, Isle of Wight, PO30 5HB. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram as Dress for Less.